Peace, family and friends. What's going on with you? So listen, I just finished doing the first RVA Awards Show meeting for 2023 ceremony, okay? And so, it was kind of different from me. This is like a video diary, I guess, because I didn't have anyone in the Zoom room, right? I have a few people that I have pulled together and have in place to, perform or orchestrate in some type of way, be in attendance in some type of way right now, whether it be the red carpet or the actual production. But I can honestly say that there is no one a part of the administrative team, right? There is no one a part of the administrative team but me. And just as well as I am doing my best and working very, very hard to strengthen the voting system, I am also doing my best to stay in position and just pay attention to God so I can see who is supposed to be on this administrative team with me. It is very, very different from me where I am right now, mentally, because in 2019 the award show has been going on since 2018. We had a full-on production. We planned and produced and had that thing. It came out, I'm talking about, I think we birthed that baby in like 9 months, I believe it was, right? It wasn't very much planned into it. It was just like, hey, I got y'all around me, this is my idea, y'all with it? And the team that I had then, they were like, yeah, and so we sold out 100%. Still had people trying to pay to get in at the door. Everybody showed up in the heart of Church Hill. It was absolutely no drama. It was absolutely amazing. Everybody came and dressed in their finest. Some brothers had 2 ladies on their arms. It was beautiful. J. Sergeant Reynolds catered the event. We had a red carpet. It was very it was what it was. We had a backdrop and sis did her best. You feel what I'm saying? And it really showed me what we could do, what I could do, right? Let me not be too modest. It really showed me what I can do with the right players and with the team. And so, but in 2019, I still was suffering from some anxiety. I still was suffering from imposter syndrome. One of my key members, I believe was my key members, we separated. And, I didn't have the team that I had previously. And I know what it took to put on that production. I didn't even get to change into my dress. In 2018, it was so busy and I was on the floor, And so I called it off. I called it off right after the big reveal where we revealed the top 3 nominees. And I was like, we're not having a production this year. And then 2020, pandemic. 2021, pandemic. 2022, Hippodrome let us down. Completely destroyed any chance of us having this production. And my money got turned all types of ways, y'all. In the midst of that, I lost a major part of my income from one of my other companies. My healthcare company is actually my bread and butter. And, it's a large portion of financing the other departments within my corporation, as well as, and so if that's affected, if business is affected, then ultimately my life is going to be affected as well. Okay. And so it was. And so in combination of the Hippodrome just absolutely going AWOL on me, not returning any phone calls. I didn't have a strong enough administrative team behind me. My personal income was affected. Everything had just happened in 2022. A couple of people that I had reached out to that said that they were going to help me behind the scenes. I was promised interviews that never happened. You know what I mean? And I had to take all of that. I had to swallow that, right? Because I'm a firm believer where I am spiritually. You don't fight fire with fire. You understand what I'm saying? And when somebody does something to you, and it was a lot of people chattering behind my back. Very grown people who should not be gossiping, because I don't have personal relationships with any of these people that were chattering behind my back and throwing salt on my name, which caused a lot of individuals that were supposed to help me, to kind of like put the brakes on. But God had his way. God had his way. And so here we are in preparing for 2023. you know, and I have a different perspective about it all, like totally different perspective about it all. You know, regardless of how strong or weak an administrative team is for me, I know that I'm the pioneer. I know that I'm the president, the founder, the orchestrator, the producer, whatever you want to call it. Without me, this thing is not going to happen anyway, and it doesn't necessarily take an administrative team. It can be me and God, right? And I said that in the beginning of 2022, but I still had some of that debris on me, some of that imposter syndrome debris, some of that, well, let me just, you know I can't do it by myself, and I'm going to bring in the OGs, I'm going to bring in the key players. Well, you know, unfortunately, living in Richmond, Virginia all your life, the crab in the barrel rumor is very, very true. That's one thing. And another thing is, people don't necessarily operate to make change. They operate to be in the light. I don't know if that makes sense. And I'm not throwing shade at anybody. It is what it is. An apple is an apple. Okay. But that's not me. And it's very seldom that I find a me, meaning like spirited. And unfortunately, like spirited doesn't necessarily mean that they're strong either. So if they have somebody in their ear and they don't know how to discern in the spirit, then I just may mess around and lose them too. And that's all of that is what happened in 2022 for 2022 award ceremony. Most importantly, the Hippodrome failed me. Okay, because that was the venue. You know what I mean? And so, but here in 2023, you know, I feel absolutely different about it. I have been out there on my feet, beating the street, passing out flyers. I've reached out to over 100 professionals to get them to, you know, weigh in on, give me the top 10 people you think that deserve a shot at the top 3 nominee spaces, right? That's what I said to them, basically, in verbatim. Not verbatim, you know, in short, that's what I said in the email. Was much more formal than that. But you know, I reached out to over 100 people, and I was like, okay, well, if I do this and I get a good, you know, turnout, I get a good data from doing this, then I could better orchestrate the nomination polls where people are able to just vote. They're able to just vote on, you know, these top 5 people, top 10 people, and from there I'm able to pull out a top 3. But that didn't even work well. It wasn't successful this year. Hopefully it'll be more successful for 2024 production. But for 2023 production, we still have to do it the old way. You know, we still have to present this poll. You're not going to be able to vote as many times as you want, though, in this poll. So that's going to kind of like, you know, neutralize the data system. Give individuals, because some people just got a lot of time on their hands. You know what I mean? So I'm going to just vote all day. I do this full time. You understand what I'm saying? You know, and I know that, right? And although the RVA Awards Show is, you know, you get the data, the people show out for you when you show out for the people, if that makes sense. Like, when you're out here in these streets and, you know, you're giving back to the community, whether it's your event, whether, you know, you're performing in local, you know, areas. If you're performing locally, by all means, please go out there and get your money and spread your wings. But this is the RVA Award Show. And until we grow, or if we grow into something else, something way bigger, then, you know, what matters is that local participation. It matters that you got out here in your community. It matters that they see your face. It matters that you're real, that you're down to earth, that you operate within a mission. It doesn't matter that you're popular. It doesn't matter that you went to college. It doesn't matter that you did those things to these people, right? You know, it just matters that you're operating for the kingdom. Honestly. And so ultimately that's the mission. I'm just 100% geared up and ready for the 2023 production. Like I said, the administrative team is non-existent, really. I do have a few players, performers, you know, volunteers, a few people that I've already booked. A few of my sponsors from the 2022 production are still on board. I have not reached out to another set of sponsors for 2023. You know, but I feel great. I feel great about it so far. I feel differently. I feel a lot of weight off my shoulders. It's fun again. Because when something stops being fun that you love, you gotta reevaluate that, and it stopped being fun. It stopped being fun for me, right? But it's fun again. It really is. Even down to the things that I wish could be better. But for 2024, I think we're gonna blow your socks off. I think we're definitely gonna blow your socks off in 2024. And right now, so far, the place is, we got 256 seats filled up already. So as far as the venue, I gotta wait on that a little bit, right? And I gotta wait on it a little bit, because that's not the final number. Like 256 people is not the final. That's not even counting volunteers. That is not counting security. That is not counting that's not counting the public, invitations. That's not counting that. That's not counting sponsors. That number is just the number that's going to be there anyway. It's like the base. You understand? The base number is 256. We're working with 300 seats gone already. So I know that I need a maximum, a building that can hold maximum 500 people minimum 500 people right now, right? And it's beautiful. It's beautiful to see that. It's beautiful to know that. And it gives me great joy to be the pioneer of the RVA Awards Show. And I just want to thank everybody who is still on board from 2022, who still believes in this mission, even through the pandemic, even through 2019 not going full blown, even through that, even through not being able to get in the door because we was packed in 2018. Like, even if you feel like people should have been nominated, man, and they haven't been nominated in the past, then do your best and get their name out there, man, because this is the best way we have to orchestrate our system right now, right? And until we finish, developing a better system, then we have to grow into it, right? We have to grow into it. And so I just want to thank all of you for just sticking with me, man. Just sticking with me, helping me build this thing for the city of Richmond. The RVA Awards Show is a nonprofit organization, and the Richmond Virginia Awards Organization is a nonprofit organization, and the RVA Awards Show is a fundraiser, right? So within our fundraiser, from the proceeds that we get back, we donate to 3 organizations that's very influential here in the city within music, media, and community. And we also fund different programs that people have going on, like Clef Majors. He's getting ready to facilitate this workshop teaching some children how to create their own beats, use the engineering and software and system, all that stuff that goes into that. We're going to sow into his ministry. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what we do with the proceeds. It's not necessarily a profitable event, but God got that. People may think I'm crazy for that, but listen, that's just who I am. That's just who I am, and I'm not doing this for me. I'm not doing this for clout. I'm doing it for God. I'm doing it for God's people. I'm doing it for the people of Richmond, Virginia, who deserve a celebration, who deserve to be honored, who deserve to be put on this platform, right? It's for us. It is for us. And, that's it. That's all I got to say. Peace.